So 6 dead, more than 24 hospitalized in mass shooting at Highland Park 4th of July parade. Shooter is sought. The shooter appeared to have fired from a rooftop. Police said this doesn't happen here, said a witness who ran to safety with his family. It shouldn't happen anywhere. This was updated just about 40 minutes ago. 6 people were killed and possibly more than 24 others wounded when a gunman started shooting from a rooftop 10 minutes after the Highland Park 4th of July parade kicked off Monday morning, authorities said. Shortly after noon, the Highland Park police said it remained an active incident and urged people to stay away. Authorities continue to hunt for the shooter, and the FBI asked that anybody who had a video of the shooting or possible information about the shooter call their toll-free tip line. I'm not giving you that number. Fuck them. A Chicago Sun-Times reporter saw blankets covering 3 bloodied bodies and 5 other people wounded and bloodied near the parade's reviewing stand. North Shore University Health System said 26 people have been taken to Highland Park Hospital and 5 to Evanston Hospital. The vast majority treated for gunshot wounds, though some sustained injuries as a result of the ensuing chaos at the parade. Several witnesses said they heard multiple shots fired. One witness said he counted more than 20 shots. Miles Zarensky, a Highland Park resident, told the Sun-Times, I heard 20 to 25 shots, which were in rapid succession, so it couldn't have been just a handgun or a shotgun. Zarensky said he saw people in that area get shot, including a woman covered with blood. She did not survive. We're going to watch this video. I don't know what's in this video, so your discretion advised, I guess. Okay, so we don't actually see anything there. That's good. Police were telling people, everyone disperse, please. It's not safe to be here. As they fled the parade route on Central Street in downtown Highland Park, panicked parade goers left behind chairs, baby strollers, and blankets as they sought cover, not knowing just what happened. Even as people ran, a klezmer band, seemingly unaware of the gunfire, continued to play. Oh, that's creepy, dude. I just realized that. That's really creepy. Police from Highland Park and several other jurisdictions, including the Illinois State Police, some armed with rifles, were patrolling the area, looking for whoever fired the shots. It does appear he was shooting from a roof, said Chris Cavelli of the Lake County Sheriff's Office. Adrienne Drell, a former Sun-Times reporter, said she was sitting on a curb along Central Avenue watching the parade when she saw members of the Highland Park High School marching band start to run. Go to Sunset, Drell said she heard students shout, directing people to nearby Sunset Foods. A man picked her up off the curb and urged her to get out, Drell said. There's panic in the whole town, she said. Everyone is just stunned beyond belief. She ran across to a nearby parking lot with other people who had been watching the parade. It was a quiet, peaceful, lovely morning. People were enjoying the parade, Drell said. Within seconds, to have that peacefulness suddenly ripped apart, it's scary. You can't go anywhere. You can't find peace. I think we're falling apart. This is how civilizations collapse. Eric Trotter, 37, who lives blocks from the shooting, echoed that sentiment. I felt shocked, Trotter said. How could this happen in a peaceful community like Highland Park? As police cars sped on Central Avenue, sirens blaring, Alexander Sandoval, 39, sat on a bench and cried. He'd gotten up before 7 a.m. to set up lawn chairs and a blanket in front of the main stage of the parade. He lives within walking distance from here, so he went home to have breakfast with his son, partner, and stepdaughter before going back for the parade. Hours later, he said he and his family ran after hearing gunfire, afraid for their lives. We saw the Navy's marchers in float pass by, and when I first heard the gunshots, I thought it was them saluting the flag and shooting blanks, Sandoval said. But then I saw people starting to run, and shots kept going. We started running. He said that in the chaos, he and his partner, Mariani Garcia, ran in different directions. He with his 5-year-old son Alex, she with her 6-year-old daughter Milani. I grabbed my son and tried to break into one of the local buildings, but I couldn't, Sandoval said. The shooting stopped. I guess he was reloading, so I kept running and ran into an alley and put my son in a garbage dumpster so he could be safe. You have American parents having to put their kids in fucking dumpsters so that they're not victims of mass shootings at a 4th of July parade. That's the state of America, right? Then he said he ran in search of the rest of his family and saw bodies and pools of blood on the ground. I saw a little boy who was shot being carried away. Sandoval said it was just terror. He found his partner and stepdaughter safe inside a McDonald's nearby. This doesn't happen here, he said. It shouldn't happen anywhere. Don Johnson, that's a good name, 76, who lives about 2 blocks away from the shooting scene, thought at first the gunfire was a car backfiring. He said he ran with several other people to a nearby BP gas station and described the scene as surreal. It's just a terrible thing, he said. I never would have thought this would have happened in downtown Highland Park. Johnson said his daughter lives in Chicago with her son, and he's been urging them to move to Highland Park, telling her recently it's safe. Now, he said, it's clear that that it can happen anywhere. I feel like whenever one of these situations happens, it opens just a few more people's eyes to how fucked up the American government, state, how everything is so fucked up right now. Now he said it is clear it can happen anywhere. J.B. Pritzker said he was closely monitoring the situation at Highland Park and that the Illinois State Police were on the scene. The parade had a heavy presence of police and fire vehicles. So even a heavily defended parade like this one, you can see pictures. There's a fuckload of cops here. Even in this situation, yeah, like this is just chaos, dude. Like, oh god. I think that this is just signs of what's to come, unfortunately. Like, this is a terrible situation. These kinds of sentiments, it shouldn't happen here. It shouldn't happen anywhere. It doesn't happen here. We thought it was safe. Unfortunately, I feel like this is just going to continue to happen. More people are going to start thinking like this. More people are going to start feeling this because it just keeps happening and there's nothing to stop it. Nobody's stopping this shit. The police aren't going to stop this shit. Police didn't stop it here. They barely stopped it in BC. They're not stopping it here in Winnipeg. Why the fuck would they stop it anyway? They can't do shit about it. This isn't really these kinds of situations are systemic issues. They're not issues simply because some guy went crazy or the police didn't do their job the right way. Everything is interconnected. All of these things are interrelated. And when in this situation, we don't know enough yet to really know why or how or what the motivations or anything like that were behind this shooting. But the fact of the matter is that this is going to continue to happen. This will continue to happen. And people will just continue to have these same reactions of, oh, this doesn't happen here. What can't happen here? No, it does happen there. It will happen there. And it's going to continue to happen unless something fucking changes. And people just don't want to face the reality that everything that they've learned in their life about the American state, the American police departments, how things are run in their country, how things are run here, even in Canada, why things happen the way that they do, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. All of these things continue to happen, and they're done with impunity for the most part. Yeah, sure, this guy's probably going to be found. He's probably going to be shot and killed, and that's going to be that. People are going to forget about this in 2 or 3 weeks. Might not even be that long. It might be tomorrow. Like, if they find this guy tomorrow and just go, hey, look, it's God. Like, this is just, there's really not a whole lot that can be done here, except the fact that people just have to be fucking vigilant. You have to expect this kind of shit at this point. And I'm not saying you need to live scared, but you need to expect this kind of shit to happen. Nothing's going to stop it unless if we decide it's going to stop. And there's not enough of us yet. So let's just see if there's any more information out about Highland Park that's like actually useful. I feel like a lot of this is just the same stuff over and over again. Oh, this is the video I saw before. Here, we should watch this one. Just to kind of get a feel of like what actually happened there. You can hear it in the background. Pop, 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 pop. That's like suppressive. It's a semi-automatic rifle, suppressive fire across the street. He's not aiming at anybody in particular. He's just shooting. This is just a senseless act of violence. This feels like Las Vegas. This guy right here is calling it early, right? Like you can see him. He's running. He's telling all these students here that are doing their band thing that we read in the last article. These guys need to fucking go, and they're not paying. He realizes it. This guy's still clapping, like, yeah, let's have fun. And now the chaos sets in. I'm not saying don't be scared. I'm not saying don't freak out. But you gotta, if you know that if this situation happens, you gotta think first. You can't just start screaming. I'm sorry. Like, I understand that it's a terrifying situation to be in the open and not know where the shots are coming from. But chaos feeds into this shit. Stop. The shots have stopped.
Yo! Oh my god, it's gunshots! I can't believe I actually recorded that! I just recorded!
This little kid here is like freaking out and excited that he was able to record that.
I didn't record that!
Everybody okay? Everybody okay
I can't believe
here? So that was all the shots right there. Unless if there was So there was clearly more before this started because this dude is already running, right? 18 shots there. So my guess, he probably fired 12 before this. Or he had a jam. See if there's anything else about this yet. Anything new? White man between 18 and 20-year-old wearing a t-shirt. That's okay. That's going to help. A rifle was recovered from the scene, he said. Authorities said the attack appears to be completely random and the suspects appeared to have shoot from a roof. They described the suspect as armed and dangerous and advised people to shelter in place. Total of 31 people were transported to 2 hospitals, 25 miles north of Chicago. Here's the route. This seems like a planned ambush. Incident marks the 308th mass shooting in the U.S. this year, according to data compiled from Gun Violence Archive, nonprofit tracking such incidents. Organization defines a mass shooting as involving 4 or more people shot, not including the shooter. There have been 11 mass shootings in the first 4 days of July, including 3 on July 4th alone: Richmond, Chicago, Highland Park. Carnage punctuates an already bloody American spring and summer, including an 18-year-old racist attack at the supermarket and Uvalde. Wake of these massacres, President Joe Biden just 9 days ago signed into law the first major federal gun safety legislation in decades, making a significant bipartisan breakthrough on one of the most contentious policy issues in Washington. Witnesses say the gunshots caused a stampede, as we just saw. Yeah, 20 to 30 gunshots and 2 bursts of gunfire. Okay. Aerial video from CNN affiliate WLS shows abandoned lawn chairs. So wait, hold on. People were hiding, kids on the street. Campaign team and I were gathering at the start of the parade when the shooting started. My team and I are safe and secure. Yeah, this is said they sound like firecrackers in a garbage can. Police started reacting and I saw some people falling. We took off and, we just started hiding behind cars, folding onto the next car and making our way. Highland Park has a population of about 30,000 people and has a per capita income of about 90,000, triple the U.S. average. So this is a very nice area. Kind of what I thought of Highland Park. I couldn't remember if this was like super bougie or just kind of bougie. I remember hearing about this place a few times. I had a friend from here, I think, from school. So yeah, this is... Yeah. Media reporting on the gunman was a white teen or young man, had a rifle, was in a sniper position on a rooftop, and he picked people off below at the Highland Park parade. This isn't freedom. It's terrorism. I don't know who you are, Shannon Watts, but yeah, that's pretty rough, dude. Okay. I'm socially anarchist, but fiscally communist. All right.